In every generation, we face a moment where we must decide what kind of nation we want to be. Across the country, we hear the volume rising on division, forces turning difference into danger, and neighbors into strangers. But we know the fracture is not our destiny. We know that democracy doesn't start at the ballot box. It starts with belonging. For too long, the built environment of this country spoke a language of exclusion. Cities are stories made of stone and steel, and for generations, our public spaces were weaponized to declare a hierarchy of human worth. But there's another way, built not on fear, but on fellowship. Communities, creating places of connection, building habits of the heart to hold the nation together. Here in Boston, we started with a single powerful idea, that the city where Coretta and Martin fell in love could become a living monument to their legacy. In the wake of 2020, when our nation stood at a crossroads of grief and rage, the moment demanded more than words. It demanded infrastructure. The Embrace was born to lift up local changemakers and honor the unsung heroes who gave their lives to the fight for justice. But that bronze sculpture was never just art. It was a signal. It was the beginning of a rewrite regarding who gets revered in Boston. Since unveiling the Embrace, we have activated more than a dozen public spaces, pulling stories of the past out of the shadows and into the light, honoring figures who shaped our future long before we arrived. We lifted up W.E.B. Du Bois, an enduring intellectual giant. We went to King's Chapel to honor the enslaved and freed Black people whose spirits still anchor this ground. We dedicated Freedom Rally Square, ensuring the history of protest lives on in our streets. And as we approach the 250th anniversary of this nation's founding, we have launched a coalition of over 250 partners, reimagining how history is told, and critically, who gets to tell it. But monuments must be alive. We don't just build, we gather.
Welcome everybody, welcome.
From the Embrace Ideas Festival, to Maso con Salsa, where thousands dance to the beat of resistance, to celebrating living legends at MLK Embrace Honors, we're proving that justice can be joyful.
This is One Night in Boston.
Through documentaries, podcasts,
Today we have a good troublemaker of the highest order.
and public dialogue, we are widening the circle of who is heard.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more.
Because democracy is not just self-sustaining, it must be studied, nurtured, and protected. Now, as we look forward, we ask, what if our monuments weren't just about the past, but a home for the future? We are not the first to ask or consider this. When access was denied in this city, communities carved out space anyway. The voices of freedom that filled the African Meeting House, organizers who protected their neighborhood from erasure in Chinatown, the families who transformed the South End into Via Victoria. They all declared, we belong. Every movement for justice in Boston started the same way, people showing up together. And today, we need a new place to meet, a modern-day meeting house off the Boston Common, a home for truth, storytelling, organizing, and joy. Built by community, for community. This is our moment. This is our next monument. We are proving that belonging isn't just a dream, it's the blueprint.